Hello guys, welcome back to Doggo Card Reviews. We are finally back with another set review after so long. Here we are with Day Alive only a few days after it has released in Japan. Its time of recording is July 12th, 2020. So people have already seen this thing drop, all the prices and so on. And speaking of prices, after popular demand, we are finally providing card images. They are courtesy of good old UUK. The link is right there. We'll also put in the description. Proxy required if you are going to be shipping these cards outside of Japan. Without further ado, we will begin with card numero uno. Frenzied Nightmare Kurumi. She is a level 0, cost 1000 power with the Gate and Celestial Spirit traits. We are using the word Celestial Spirit because that is how Bushiro Southeast Asia is translating Day Alive. That Day Alive trait in the Fujimi Fantasia Bunko set, and if they ever choose to release Day Alive in English, that is 95% the way it's gonna be. Anyway, auto like the beginning, your climax phase, choose one of your characters, and that character gets 500 power until the end of the turn. And act Brainstorm, tap, pay 1 restless card. Brainstorm 4, for each climax you hit, you may search your deck for up to 1 Gate or Celestial Spirit character, reveal it, add it to your hand, and shuffle your deck.
So, Reba went to the gym.
Reba did go to the gym.
God damn. I was just like, well, very curious. I was like, Jesus Christ, well...
I was just like, I actually had to do like a triple kick on this. I'm like, did they actually power creep Remy?
Seems it's, so it seems.
So it's not, I know, right? Remy is the type of brainstorm that I would definitely get playable +4 in almost every scenario, so it's only right that I do the same here.
I mean, what is there as much to say about it?
Alright, so I'm going to take it as a concur.
Well, what's like, it's kind of hilarious. Like, when I originally started reading it, I was like, okay.
Like, okay, that's pretty good.
and then I saw that, I was like, wait a second, they actually power crept Remy. What?
Like, you could actually do that? Well, I thought it was already kind of power creeping enough when we saw Yuki, who's the same thing, but 500 power more, because Remy's 1000, Yuki is, what, 1500?
But who cares about power on a brainstorm?
Right, but in a very rare scenario, when you actually need to frontline them.
And you don't have clean cut support?
Thinking. But but then we see Kurumi here, we're like, what the?
Oh, by the way, Yuki is also a salvage brainstorm, same as Remy, but Kurumi's just like, nah bro, I'm a tutoring brainstorm.
Kurumi be like, bitches please.
Oh boy.
Alright, let's move on to the next double R.
Kotori, younger sister. 104K. She is Date and the Ratatosker. So the Ratatosker is the name of the ship that she's the commander of. During your turn, if you have another Date or Celestial Spirit, she gains 1500. When this attacks, if candy in one hand, aka the lollipop, referencing, the choice trigger is in your climax zone. Perform the following action twice. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a guy or an event, add to hand. Otherwise, nope. Leave it there.
So a lot of people read this card and are like, cool, I could possibly +2 without having to actually do anything. Then you read it again, you're like, wait, if I actually whiff on the lane, or if I whiff on the lane, oh fuck.
So, this card is extremely overrated. Like, they're like, oh my god, on attack +2s? I'm like, yeah, but number 1, let me list the positives of this card. Number 1, it is on attack. Number 2, it's on a choice trigger. That's where the positives end. Because, let's first start. Okay, she's a 6-5 on offense. 6-5 isn't killing standby. And we've seen 5-5 on reverse combos being played before. So, being able to reverse weak climax combos at 1 doesn't really matter, because her being 6-5 doesn't actually matter in that case. Number 2, she is lunch meat on defense. Like, we've seen kind of this shift in mentality where people are starting to value size again, and with let's see here, she is not even as big as say Megumi or Kirito. But Megami is Aaron, and Kirito literally doesn't care. Like that, he guarantees you a card versus Kotori, who, oh my god! Every time I say the name Kotori, I think of Burb, fake Burb. This fake Burb here doesn't even guarantee you a card. Like, the fact that she's 6'5" really is irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she gives you literal 0 selectivity. People complain about top check 4 effects being little selectivity. The fake burp doesn't even gives you literal 0.
Yeah,
which is,
like if anything, this card reminds me of Twin Drive and Card Fight Vanguard, where if you're lucky, the top 2 cards actually go in your hand.
right, and this is I believe you start twin driving at grade 1, I believe, or is it grade 2? I can't remember.
Grade 3.
Grade 3. Oh damn, I was wrong.
To be fair, at least grade 3 in Vanguard is someone's turn 3. A climax combo at level 1 is probably someone's turn 3 at the earliest. Maybe, I mean, in very rare cases, turn 2, but...
Right.
So
right.
It's about the same in terms of turn length.
If they happen to get pushed, but at the same time, this is... Most people, well, if you trigger a climax, you get the benefit of the climax. Yes, you have to be running very specific climaxes in order for that to happen. Like, let's say, for example, you reveal choice. They're like, you plus a card anyways. Yes, but you also triggered a climax in response. Which, I don't know about you, but triggering a climax to me, just for a plus, is a terrible deal. Like, especially since that is, like, if I happen to trigger a climax off a plussing combo, I get the triggers plus, and I get the original plus from my combo anyways. Like, from a competitive aspect, why would I play this over Dig Through Time? Like, legitimately.
I will say, like, a quick side disclaimer here that Gavin here has not played through the era pre-climax combos that were actually usable, where people almost always felt forced to play as many door triggers as they could just to simply plus off of them.
Shit, yeah, get that shit out of here. Hatsukaze says hi.
Yeah,
like,
I am talking pre-conclave.
Kaze says hi, but actually, Little Busters also says hi.
Again, those cards were released after the era I'm talking about.
Kyosuke is a pre-Concole card. It's just nobody played his ass pre-Concole.
Because, well, people didn't care about playing Little Busters. Well, after Starduster got banned, few people cared to play Little Busters until Conclave became relevant. And then people were like, wait, let's play Little Busters again.
because anti-fun is fun.
Apparently. Anyway, before we sidetrack too much, Kotori, like, you kind of look at her, you're like, does she really deserve the double R slot?
She really doesn't. Like, speaking from a competitive aspect, she, like, people say that Dig Through Time is a very ballsy thing. It's too high rollish, but at the same time, the fake bird gives me the same vibes. But even like, at least Dig Through Time will pay off if I win here.
Mm-hmm.
With the fake bird, yeah, she's gonna get destroyed in response almost every time, which means you basically +1. Or if you reveal that climax, you broke even basically, because she is not going to survive the swing back in most cases. So, you know what? I'm prepared for the stones to be chucked at me. I'm going to give this the niche.
Whoa, I get up over there.
Oh, I'm going to be. Oh, I told you I was going to be harsh on this card.
I meant more of why the fuck kicked the dog emo like went all the way to the left corner at first.
You dragged it over there, man.
Anyway, I won't be as harsh just because I'm gonna be a little generous. I'm gonna give it playable minus.
Like,
only because it's not a choice. There is incentive to fill multiples. The chance of 3 whiffing means you're just very, very unlucky.
I mean, if you trigger if you reveal that climax 3 times in a row, ouch.
Yeah, if there are 3 card messes on top on the turn you tri-field these, I will probably have to say, yeah, that was probably a very terrible day for your ass.
You're probably dead.
Right.
But I was actually tempted to invoke the apocalypse. I was tempted to invoke the apocalypse.
I was like, there's a 3% chance he'll actually do it.
What do you mean? There's a 3% chance I would have invoked the apocalypse
on this specific card.
Well, I mean, it wasn't likely, but you know what? The stones are gonna get thrown at me anyway. So
I think the stones are getting thrown at both of us for us not saying it's not even playable. Period.
Oh no! The book combo is much better, especially since that can trigger from the fucking back row.
Yep, that will come. Well, we'll talk more about that later.
Oh my god, that ruling. Anyways, let's move on to Kurumi, shall we?
Yes, Kurumi Tokisaki, level 3, 2 cost 9,000 power with the Gate and Celestial Spirit traits. Continues if you have 2 or more other Gate and or Celestial Spirit characters. She gets 1500 power and although when the battle opponent of this card becomes reversed, you may send that character to memory. She is an on-play heal, and also you may pay 3 discard a card from your hand to Way Room when she attacks. If you do send the bottom 5 cards of your opponent's deck into their waiting room, deal X damage to your opponent, and this card gets 2000 power until the end of the turn where X is equal to the number of climax cards sent to your opponent's waiting room by this ability.
So, when I was reading this card, I was like, where's the early play condition? This card would have read really well as an early play, but at the same time, they had to give us a extremely expensive Icy Tail. I'm just like, Oh, by the way, spoiler alert for those of you at home, this set lacks good early plays. Like, this set lacks good level 2 plays in general. And now, of course, the first sentence. Okay, she's a 10-5, and she exiles whatever she kills. I don't know about you, but Bushiroad is starting to produce answers to stuff like Shizu and Yun Yun. Invincible early plays. Like, cards like this basically force them to pay the one to save. They can't just pitch a card. They have to effectively pay 1, discard a card, because now, well, hope you have that counter ready, because if not, she's going to exile. And at the point that Kurumi can be casted, your exile count really doesn't matter anymore, unless you're kind of
now, spoiler alert, there is standby in the title, so
yes.
You could do that and stretching those kinds of early plays at level 2 by doing it that way.
And then you also have the heal, which is okay.
Well, again, the heal does get mitigated. You are standbying this in, but at least she keeps her other 2 abilities.
True, the Icy Tail is not bad at all, although a bit expensive.
But that is the cost of making it universal. Let's be fair here.
That is true. And you know what? I'm gonna be kind. You know what? I'm gonna go with the guns here and stick with the middle ground. I'm gonna get this playable minus.
I see. Yeah, I'm kind of like, there is a way to justify this card to some extent, but as Gavin was alluding to, like, outside of playing standby, getting this card to start threatening the near immortal early plays is just really not happening. The other abilities are neat, but I feel Day of Life has to be built in quite a specific way sometimes that Space for these kinds of cards don't really cut it, so I'm going to agree with Gavin here.
Maybe 1 copy at best?
Yeah, it could be a tech choice if anything, but even then, I think that tech choice is probably better off as like an extra copy of something that you're running a 2 or 3 of.
Or hell, even the Yoshino heal to stock, that's also a bouncer in blue. Spoiler alert, by the way.
Alright, anyway, let's go on to the next card.
Alright, Kurumi, the evil time bitch, transfer student, 001k, date, and spirit. Alright guys, she's a global 5. Tap this if you choose 2 of your guys' the clock, send them into exile. At the end of turn, choose 2 guys from your exile zone and return them to clock and put the bottom of your clock in any order. Sure. And of course, she also has another startup ability. Tap this, choose 2 of your guys with date or spirit in your grave, and put them at the bottom of your clock in order. If you move 2 guys in this way, put the bottom 2 cards of your clock into the grave.
All right, so this is something that affects the red Kurumi cards more so than the yellow ones, where based on how many cards are in your clock, she does different things.
It's flavor.
It's flavor. She's because she, like her name already says it. She's a time manipulator.
and the fact is that, well, she can also help color fix your ass. This card is really good at that.
Yeah, and she's a level 0, so she doesn't really cost you much to do anything.
And the fact that she's a global 5 can help in certain instances.
Right.
Since some people are playing to field nowadays, that global 5 may make the difference.
Yeah, it's global 5 on both turns.
I mean, like, I don't know if my co-host has probably noticed this, but global 5s are kind of rare nowadays.
They are. I've noticed, yeah. It's just simply because that's the problem. A lot of global 5 cards are just simply not going enough.
They're just unplayable garbage.
Right. Like, the fact of the matter is, a lot of cards that say all your other characters get 500 power, their other abilities don't really have an impact. But you're just kind of like, do I really want to play this over X card?
I mean, it's neat. Like, this is neat, but at the same time, this is kind of niche in my opinion, honestly. It's nifty, but it's niche.
Mm-hmm. I think it was really meant for the Kurumi waifu build, if anything.
Fair enough. And waifu builds do exist in this set, so...
I would think it is because it is a harem title, so...
I mean... Oh, and spoiler alert, yes, we will be reviewing Gotsubu no Hanayome later. That set is extremely well.
Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and give it this.
Yeah, I'm gonna niche this as well, honestly.
It's whatever format I've done here, it's causing my doggos to go different places.
Dang, man, we gotta put a leash on those damn things.
I know, right? Let me actually move them a little more that way. Okay. Alright, moving on to more Kurumi cards. City of Devouring Time, Kurumi. Level 1, 0 cost, 4,500 power with the Date and Celestial Spirit traits. During your turn, she gets 500 power for each of your other characters that are Date and Celestial Spirit. And Climax combo, when she attacks, if a card named Special Existence, which is another choice trigger, is in your Climax area, and you have another Date and or Celestial Spirit character, look at up to the top 2 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 of them, send it to your stock, and send the remaining cards on top of your deck or your living room in any order.
Okay, so basically this is an improved Shizuru.
Mm-hmm.
Well, kinda.
In that Shizuru she'll stock you from waiting room, which could be very good long-term compression as it is, but Kurumi does something a little more interesting. She could ding your deck further, which is very good in first deck, which is most of it when you're playing this combo anyway, and she confirms your trigger. Or she could go, oh, I don't want this on top, I'm going to yeet it to the waiting room.
Yep, I was about to say, eat that Climax out of there. Anybody who's watched our recent scrims could... I could have used this card in recent scrims. Oh god, I've been triggering Climax like a madman.
I feel when.
And also Kurumi is quite big, being 7'5", just with the full board that does nothing in the Climax. Like, jeez.
And she's stalking, and she's most likely giving you clean stock. So you're gaining. You're going quite the way. The more you feel these.
The problem is that this set, if I remember correctly, doesn't have any good ways of converting stock to cards.
Overall, no. That is the big that's the thing. Kurumi doesn't have the benefits that, like, say, Guardian and Rewrite did when it came to getting a bunch of stock.
Or
like,
even
Like there's not even a big payoff on top of that.
Right, we don't even have gloves, or let's say Konosuba, Bunny Girl Yun Yun.
Or like just there just really isn't any kind of or rather I was referring more to like big bombs that make it worth to have a bunch of stock for.
Yeah, there's really not, and Kurumi is lunch meat on defense, so. Well,
Probably
she's nifty. Like, she's nifty. Like, I think this is good for a budget choice. Like, honestly, she does more than Fake Burb does, in my opinion. So, I'm gonna give her a playable minus. I'm gonna be a bit generous to this card.
I could see why. I was thinking between this or playable minus myself for this.
I can't give this a playable rating.
Oh, of course not. I definitely can't give it that either. Yeah, I'm gonna say, you know what? The ability to manipulate triggers and get clean stuff on top of your deck is actually pretty neat to me too.
So, dang, this and Fake Burb are the same playability to you.
Unfortunately, yes, because they both have that thing to like go through your deck deeper-ness, and they're both on choice.
Fair.
Kotori can get the cards into your hand, this can generate stock, both of which are technically resources.
True. Alrighty. Man, we have more evil time bitch cards. Kurumi, Swimsuit, 2/1/2/5. She is Dayton Celestial Spirit. She is a 2/5 counter, and you can also pay 2 when you respond with this card. And she is the refresh counter. She's your proverbial refresh.
Yay! Holy shit buttons.
Yay! Holy shit buttons. I mean, these are almost always playable. Like.
Yeah. Like. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and give it playable.
I'm surprised this set didn't get a tutorable tap counter, but oh well. I mean, I'm gonna give this playable.
Hey man, they gotta do something for that day of life too.
Give them what's next? What's next? Could it be that's now Priscilla?
I believe it, or at least a City of Devouring Time counter event.
Please no. Please no. I don't want more fear to be put back into me. Fear? Yeah, I'm gonna get this the playable rating.
Like, these kinds of cards are just useful. Being able to pay 3 counter step to effectively heal 1 is pretty good. Okay, let's move on. To save the Spirit's Kotori, he is a level 3 2 cost 3,500 power with the Gate and Rakutasker traits. She is a 2,000 assist, and when she's placed from your hand onto the stage, you perform one of the following 3 things. Look at up to your top 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to one of them, add to your hand, and send the rest to your waiting room. Salvage a Gate or Celestial Spirit character in your waiting room. Or grant all of your characters 1,000 power and 1 soul for the turn.
Well, this is actually really. I love the design of this card.
I do too. I was like, wow, triple mode on play?
Now, this punishes you for standbying this in. This rewards you for hardcasting it.
Yeah. Like, you just stand by her and you're like, cool, you give 2,000 to the front. Yay.
Card did effectively nothing. You have to hardcast this.
And that's the thing. None of these modes are ever considered bad things.
Take 3, take 1. Sure, I'll take that. Hey, I get a salvage? Nice.
Or I have a built-in climax on a card for the turn? Cool.
I mean, I could effectively pay 2 for a climax? Nice, I'll take that.
A climax, and you're giving 2,000 to two of those lanes. So you're giving those lanes 3,000 for that turn.
So you could effectively transform the standby into a standard climax.
Bing!
I mean,
which could actually matter because you have standby climax combos like 3. Wink, wink.
I mean, I really like that. So I'm gonna. You know what? Oh man, you're probably gonna disagree with me on this one, but I'm gonna get this to playable plus actually. I mean, it's just so versatile, and I love the card design behind it. You know, I'm just like, okay, sure.
I think I took the words from my mouth because I'm like, this is kind of a card that this title could use in all three modes effectively. So yeah, I'm gonna actually agree with you.
Wow.
Because I think it's really hard to just I can't think of a build that's not waifu where you will not use this card.
Cough, non-yellow build cough.
I don't think that's possible.
True.
I think yellow is heavily pushed. I don't know about you.
Oh, yellow is so good. Like
I don't know if you know this already, but yellow is pretty effing pushed. It doesn't help that the two main characters that represent yellow are probably, if I'm not mistaken, some of the more popular characters in this franchise.
Kudumi, yes. Fake Bird, not so much.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I got people like emoto types.
She's a bitch.
But emoto bitch.
I mean, yes, but spoiler alert, they're more like half siblings, more than real siblings.
Oh, when I say emoto, I meant more like, okay, maybe I should have meant more like emoto / mascot. I don't know if she's really a mascot.
No.
Okay, she came off as one to me. You can't tell already, I'm a fucking Day Alive version. I know like next to nothing about this title in terms of lore.
And I'm quite the secondary on Day Alive.
But he knows by far much more than I do.
Oh yeah. This is. I'm definitely. This set to me, I'm a Vorthos when it comes to this set.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Oh yes, the evil time bitch under the blue sky. 3/2, 10k. Let's see here. She's date celestial. If you have Frenzy Nightmare Kudumi, aka the brainstorm in your claw, she becomes a 2/2. Well in your hand. And when this enters the battlefield, dig X, take 1. Where X is the number of guys on board.
So normally you might have noticed from our deck checks that we don't really like running more than 3 brainstorms. This is probably one of the times where you might actually want to play 4.
Yeah,
just because early play got cantrips.
I mean, as you can tell from the deck text, we like our diggers.
Especially if they come in early.
Now, of course, this does present a bit of a problem. Number one, unlike the majority of the standard, unlike the majority of our early plays, this does not heal you. Number two, this isn't oversized in any manner, shape, or fashion. It's always a 10,000 regardless of what you do here. However, though, 10k is still a decent size. It's not terribly small. It's not terribly big either. 10k can actually destroy most early plays on defense. I think I'd rather hit level 2 second with Kudumi in this case, rather than hitting level 2 first. Because that's actually an important distinction, because certain decks want to be hit to 2 first, versus some decks rather be hit to 2 second. Oh boy, my fabled queen, well, I think I'd rather be hit to 2 second with her, just so I have more time to react.
That's fair.
But even that, or say Konosuba, actually I don't care.
Yeah, Konosuba doesn't care.
Doesn't really care because, well, Good is that good.
Yeah.
But even still, before I get off topic, Kudumi is just a good card. Like, I'm used to early play diggers in the back row. Thanks, Shoko. But I definitely don't mind frontlining it. And she fucking cantrips whatever I need. And... oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, the early play condition is so easy.
How do you miss it?
Right.
Like,
it's easy to have your brainstorming feel like easy to keep a brainstorming hand when you're ready to do this.
And the fact is that, I don't know, you can even use your level 1 combo to find the requisite brainstorm if you really need it.
Or brainstorming here, brainstorm. Forehead.
But even still, like, Kadumi is just a solid card. I'm gonna have to get this to play. I'm waiting.
Yeah, same. It's it can trip or easy early play. Normal stats.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
There's nothing to write home about.
They're not, but at least it's not like some early plays. You might have noticed that some early plays are like, they're 9,000 base, but they're only big for like 1 or 2 turns. We've been kind of noticing a trend with that. Like,
Tough.
like yeah, we've seen some early plays that are like, there's been this new trend of early play heroes that are like, will gain power for the next 2 turns. and then it becomes small again.
Can I just have Shaper in back, please?
Have Shaper in back, please.
What? Why not?
Well, Bushiro is watching.
It's funny. It's funny. Let me go on a little bit of a tangent on that one. It's funny because I've actually never seen a clone of her printed ever again. Because I'm just like, why not? I sent my co-host here, hey guys, let's fix Azalea, and one of my suggestions was just give them early play Shibarine, and he was like, fuck no.
It's only because Azalea, as you might already know, already tries to cheat out cards early at 1.
And of course the finisher that I mentioned, he was like, oh no, you are dreaming, sir.
That's the thing. I don't know about y'all, but I think we've seen some cards made this year that I don't see seeing a full reprint or full clone ever again, because I think Busho realizes they went a little too ham.
Oh come on, she's not that ham.
Like there's a reason why Azusa profiles have now been relegated to on death check up to top 4 for a level 1 or higher.
True.
And why every Komei variant after her has been on death.
I think we're never seeing 2016 Azusa ever again.
And we ain't ever seeing Komei as is ever again. Heck, I wouldn't be surprised if we never see freaking Jinsu Kaini in Yukata ever again.
What? They gave Diva that card.
Yeah, Diva was how long ago?
Eons ago at this point. Actually, no, I'm gonna say it was.
Actually, I'm trying to remember. Did X come out first, or was it Girls Band Party Volume 1?
I'm gonna say it was. I want to say it's Girls Garupa 1, dude.
Yeah, so X was later. Okay. I was just checking because there was a Hogami from GBP Volume 1 that was looking for specifically yellow climaxes.
But they're both from the Vietnam era.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright, moving along. Kotori, time for patience. Level 00 cost 500 power with the date and rocket tosker traits. Also, when she attacks, if you have 1 or fewer other characters, you may send the top card of your deck into the waiting room. If that is a level 0 or lower character, push it onto any slot in your back row, and she is a level 0 stock bomb.
Dang, what is this power creep? Like, Jesus Christ, you staple the Shizuru effect on a bomb? What?
On top of her being the magical 500 power needed to deal with pesky anti-heal, cough cough hibiki.
Cough cough Grisaia.
Cough cough Grisaia. Yeah.
And man, Grisaya's been popping in Japan lately.
Yeah, I've kind of been catching a little bit of wind of that.
But at the same time, we're just like, Grisaia, ill.
Well, let's see how many people end up proving us wrong about Grisaia.
Well, I mean, at the same time, just like, bruh, what is this power creep?
Yeah, but let's see here. We normally don't like that first sentence anymore because it's simply a little slow to generate board. We'd rather just have like actual floaters.
Give me the regenerate ability, please.
Yeah, regenerators would be nice. Or just like something like even a thick chaser would be okay.
Can you imagine if this was fucking Sayo, except a stock bomb?
Oh man. And level 0 stock bomb is good removal in general.
Oh yeah. It's just like, okay.
Like, oh you played the chaser, here you go.
Oh, Okay, I'm gonna stop it. Regenerate. Regenerate. You have to deal with it again. I hope you have that mind.
But at least if anything, it does have a pseudo float ability by being able to crap out something. Especially when you go, these are usually good turn 1 plays.
I'd rather shit out an Ozosaur or something, man.
Especially since Ozosaurs are now on death, not on play.
So, or even one of those on reverse Ricky thingies.
Yeah, like there's been a lot more on death floaters than on play now.
Like,
so these cards are actually seeing a little bit more use because of that new clause.
but at the same time, I go, hey, this is used for getting rid of annoying cards like Chica.
Yeah. Again, I was mentioning oversized chasers a few times for this card.
and of course, you know, one of my partner's mainstays is Shaoran, and it's like, well, I think he would be quite annoyed at Chica getting bombed consistently.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But at the same time, you know what? I'm gonna give this a precautionary playable minus. I'm gonna be safe here.
Yeah, same. Like, if you have the space, cool, but don't be surprised that you feel you just don't.
Or if this is like one of the first cards that you picked, it's probably getting cut almost immediately.
Yeah, that's kind of a problem. Like, her stats are not really, like, alright, 500 cool, you can cuck Hibiki or something, but...
Who the fuck plays Hibiki anymore?
Right. And, you know, she doesn't always get you a character.
Cool.
But free meal's nice for a possible character, so neat. Alright, moving on to our good old protagonist.
Ah yes, MC-ku, Mr. Shido Itsuka. 00-1500. When he enters the battlefield, you choose one of their guys, and you blink him. And he's also paid 1 sacrifice to dig 4 take 1.
So blinking can be a little useful, especially for cards that say they get X power till the end of the opponent's next turn, which means they'll lose that because the game goes, oh, you did what?
Or hello priestess, bye-bye priestess.
Yeah, I will like cards that gain new continuous abilities.
And also being a dig 4 take 1 is pretty nice. Like, hey, I need to Azusa now. Okay, you gotta pay for that shit.
But, you know, for some people, that's perfectly fine. Like, I see people running these cards in all sorts of, like, standby builds, which usually don't have good deck fixing. Just because they're like, I must have my deck fixing now. Like,
Okay.
like Gavin, have you actually heard of this, I think it was like an Allstate Chinese commercial? Well, it was done in both Chinese and English, where he goes, "No! Accident! Right now!"
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
So it's kind of like that. No, I need deck fixing! Right now!
But funny thing is that we have an Azusa in the set, spoiler alert. Sure, it's gonna cost you an additional card, but at the same time, like... Though, I feel Shido here is more played for his first ability rather than the second
Definitely.
one. Like,
Of course, I would say like the first ability is very meta dependent.
Oh, very meta dependent. Like, for example, my partner's locals here, he might be running this.
Just because I know a lot of people that are playing Goblin Slayer, they're playing Priestess variants.
Oh yeah, blink Priestess out of play. Have
Like,
fun.
but again, you're probably gonna be like, "What do you mean I lost her ability?" Because she technically went off. She went off, and then the game forgot that she had that ability.
Haven't they ever played Magic before?
I think almost none of them have.
Oh, I was about to say, blinked.
Yeah, no, okay, in Magic you blink for very different reasons.
You blink for additional ETB triggers.
Yeah, that was come right. No, you don't blink to erase abilities that cards gained. You blink to be like, ETB again.
I'm gonna blink prime time. Multiple times.
Anyway, before we go too far in Magic here, this card is definitely nifty, but you do have to be careful. It is very meta dependent, as we're saying.
He's like a 1 or 2. He's either like a 2 of or 0, depending on your meta. Like,
Pretty much.
like locally here, I would run 0 of it because the only like really field-based decks that I really run into that actually care are stuff like Fate, and Fate's dead here.
XD.
Hashtag the ban list. Thank you, ban list. I don't have to deal with fucking Ryder ever again. And there are only 2 Goblin Slayer players in this town. One of them is Standby Gate, and the other is Standby Shot. And the Standby Shot is yours truly. So, and yes, I thought of that deck before the WSI popularized it. So, fuck off. Anyway, before we get too off topic, I'm gonna give Mr. Shido here a precautionary niche.
That is fair.
Were you about to slam that playable minus under my name, sir?
You said precautionary.
So, what about you?
I think this is also correct. It is a card that is heavily depending on what you're playing against.
Like, I would have given this the playable minus if the set didn't have a true Azusa to begin with.
That is true, but again, spoiler alert, that Azusa is one of the ones that we mentioned before, a newer type of Azusa. Alright then. Moving on. Everyone, choose Kotori. Since the lower 0 costs 2,000 power with the Gate and Rock cost for traits. When she is placed from your hand to your stage, reveal the top card of your deck if it is a Gate or Celestial Spirit character or a card that is named My Little Shigo, which is an event found in this set as a yellow event or in the trial deck as a blue event. She gets 1 soul until the end of the turn and you leave the revealed card in its original position. And also, when she attacks, you may pay the cost of discarding a card from your hand to the way room. If you do, bounce one of your other Gate and or Celestial Spirit characters.
So, wait a minute, this is an uncommon?
So it seems.
Dang, that's actually pretty good for an uncommon. Like, you get to... I mean, this is kind of like the whole... This card kind of reminds me of the reason why we blink in Magic. Hey, I get to reuse it to the battlefield abilities.
Right. So actually a very neat thing, like some people it might be a little controversial, but depending on like you can't finish your opponent that turn, you could like bounce the level 3 Kotori just to like get that additional maybe like a 1k1 again.
Dang. And of course, this is also a really nice hand filter.
Yeah. On top of like knowing information and making her a possible like almost always a 2 soul beater for the turn on a costless.
Like, I mean, this kind of reminds a little bit of Bolporo.
A little bit, only a little bit. Bless you. On top of that, you know, hey, if you guys actually insist on playing Kotori combo, she confirms for you.
True. I mean, like, and of course, you know exactly which Bolporo I'm talking about.
Of course.
And at the same time, it's just like, you know, I like the fact that it also triggers on the event too. Like, and of course, for Vorthos reasons, this is basically the scene, like where Cheeto encounters his first spirit, and is all like, okay, so how the hell do we charm her? All right, everybody, help us pick. Which option are we picking? And of course, the vice captain is a goddamn pervert. So
nice.
And he's all like, "Hey, Commander, can you step on me?"
Oh, okay, so staple simp. Okay.
Yeah, basically. So, but at the same time, I'm giving the fake burb here a. You know what? You know, this might sound a bit controversial. Playable.
Ooh, actually playable.
Actually, no. Playable minus.
Okay, I was gonna be like, whoa.
I was like, wait a second, no, that sounds a little too generous.
Yeah, I would agree with playable minus here. She has her uses, but you know, but some people may not like the idea of. Well, like a lot of people might question why I want to bounce my own character sometimes. I want to actually keep board forehead.
Or bounce a healer back to hand so you don't die.
Yeah, like sometimes you do that. Like I mean, again, player preference here. I know some people who just don't understand this kind of card.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would call those players probably bad.
Normal. Anyway, let's move on. We're actually gonna skip a few cards. We're gonna go straight into my little seagull.
Okay, now. So, this is the 1-0 event. Choose one of your guys with either Date or Celestial and tap it. If so, pick one of the following 3 modes. Dig 4, take 1. Choose one of your opponent's level 1 or higher. Your opponent chooses an X or lower level from their grave and swap them. Basically what you're doing is destroying the thing on the board, and then they get to replace it with something that's -1 level from it. And if you have 6 or less cards from hand, salvage.
Like this is a very neat thing about Yellow. They have like these, they have like these multi-mode cards. Actually, I think Daylight has a good chunk of multi-mode cards across several colors.
Data Live is the modular set, and holy shit!
Like okay, in worst case, it's a camera event that you gotta rest for. In a very good case, you're gonna be like, hey, my opponent got play standby or early plays. Yeet that shit out of here.
Now, the middle set. Now let's go over all 3 modes. Dig 4, take 1. Awesome, whatever. That's kind of whatever. The salvage. Okay, they're both cantrips in that case. The highlight event is what makes this interesting. Now, they did rule back when the highlight event was spoiled that your opponent can respond to it. So if they have head encore, for example, they can just encore in response. However, that thing's taken out of commission, and they had to waste resources just to save it. At worst case, this is a 1-for-1. This card is effectively Thought Seeds. Oh no, not Thought Seeds. It's not Thought Seeds.
Would it be?
What's the random discard a card from your hand again? It's not Inquisition. Inquisition allows you to look too.
I don't remember the random one.
Is it Mind Rot?
Is it Mind Rot discard too? Of opponent's choice.
Oh yeah. Well, Head Encore is discard a card of their choice too, dude.
Yeah, so half of Mind Rot.
It's half of Mind Rot here. So you 1-for-1 them in that case, and guess what? That 2/2. Well, they had to pay to save it, and if you can destroy it still, they paid 2 cards for it. So I hope they like that 2/2 a lot, because
well, and on top of that, what's very interesting about this card against, like, say, a majority of early plays is most early plays are coming down post refresh, so they barely have a waiting room.
Right. Or let's just say, for example, you use this to destroy Aqua. Like, that is value.
Because that's the thing, Konosuba is really lacking on actual level 2s.
What's a level 2?
What's an actual level 2?
What? I thought Yujin was my level 2.
I thought Yujin was my level 2.
I mean, like, you can hear the privilege coming from my voice.
Yeah. Like...
Or this could kill Dig Through Time and Albutsa.
Like, it's 8k too big for you with a 10k counter range? Nah, yeet that out for some tiny Shoko or Rio in the waiting room. It's very good against cards that, like, gain Gorillion markers when they reverse their attack.
Oh, yes. Oh,
like, compression? Get that out of here, Ram. Bye.
This kills the Midai ticket package, too. Oh, you have Yosuro in front row? No thanks. Change that to...
Shinka, you're going back down to 10k.
But in response, they do get woobs out.
If they play Woob, which most of them do. But, again, it's Woob. This is one of those things you gotta time properly as well to get the most benefit. Because your opponent, if you catch them in the wrong part of their waiting room, they could possibly not bring out anything of value.
Right, they could be forced to bring out Rickroll.
Yeah.
Case, like, Ouch.
I mean, they do have a choice between an actual level below or anything lower.
So they could bring out a shitter.
Yeah.
I mean, they could literally bring out a shitter. Like, it's the fact is that against standby decks, this loses some value, but you mostly want to be killing level 3s with this thing. Like, holy crap. The fact that most people don't play actual level 2s makes this card good. And the fact is that this card is modular. It's literally a cantrip. The other 2 modes are cantrips. I'm like, oh? What?
And it's cost efficient. Okay, yeah, rest the character. Boo-hoo.
Oh no, instead of brainstorming this turn, I effectively turn this into the Resonator. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, or I turn it into a, here, I'm gonna swap out part of your board for something weaker.
Or, hey look, I have a card in my graveyard I really need. Yeah, I'm gonna trade this in for it.
Like, okay, that's fine. Like, everything here's good.
Like, this card is bonkers. Like, holy crap. Like, this set has so much mill between this and the Azusa, like, oh my god. And the fact that Azusa picks this fucking card up is ridiculous.
Again, that'll be more in our red part of this review.
Sorry for the spoilers, but I just have to say it now.
But that said, I think it's very much a playable plus. It's a very, very good modular event.
Like, yeah, this is gonna be one of the few events I give the playable plus to, because this doesn't have a bonder, but who fucking cares?
Like, you could easily play at least 2 copies of this and be fine.
I mean, hell, you could argue 4.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, but you know, it depends on your deck space.
Right, of course. Now you get to cover the blue version.
Yes, I do. So, blue version from the trial deck is one of the few times we're actually covering a trial deck card, PogChamp. So, it's a 1/1 instead of a 1/0. Instead of rested character, you just simply cannot play this if you don't have a board. And it is a dig up to 3, take 1.
So it's Chibudon, basically.
Yep. On an event.
I can see why they didn't give us an actual Chibudon creature.
Yeah.
Now, at the same time, like, the blue version isn't completely unplayable.
It isn't. Like unlike the yellow version, this could possibly get you a climax.
Right, and now that's probably the only reason why you would play this over the yellow version. Like,
right.
The yellow version is just flat out what?
Yeah, yellow version is pretty bonkers, but at the same time, we cannot dismiss the usability of this blue version.
Oh no, it's definitely not like.
Like, this is like it's been a while since you've seen like a very useful trial deck card. Period.
Like, the Soul Sleeper would normally accost me, you know, be like, dude, why are you discounting this card? I'm like, I'm not, because this card is actually somewhat useful.
Yeah.
Now, would I play this over the yellow version? Probably not. But
I could see some people going maybe like a 2-1 split or something.
True. Oh my god, dude, can you imagine if Kotori was fucking Goblin Slayer for this, and this was the Torch?
Oh fuck! Like that's the thing. Like they have like anytime they try to do a new version of Goblin Slayer, it's always been nerfed.
Yeah, because that card is way too fucking good.
Like that's the thing though. It will not be surprising if they make a Galen 2 and then they actually make like a third version of this card and then they make a Kotori combo that does it.
You mean an actual playable Kotori combo? Like, Jesus.
Pog.
Oh, come on, dude. You cannot say the 1-0 is playable.
I know it's not, but I'm just saying, like, Pog of an actual Kotori combo that gets this.
Jesus Christ, like...
But before we go too far in speculating,
I'm gonna have to get this the playable minus.
Yeah, same. Like,
it's around the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the difference is like Chibi-Ron usually will filter out a card in your hand. That's just a bogey.
True, and...
Whereas this thing doesn't do such a thing.
Because the card that you pitch is this.
Effectively, yes.
Alrighty.
Alright. Moving back to the yellow cards in the set. We are purposely skipping number 12 because it is a card that refers to a red card, and we'll save it for the red review.
I recently, Kudumi, 106K. Its date and Celestial Spirits. Okay, all of your opponent's board gets Encore 2. Okay. This ability activates it once per turn when this card gets reversed. It's on the deck. 2 shoot again.
Cool. Oversized coin flip.
Yup. Why? It's just like, well, many people have been referring to Jumper Joe's as coin flips. I'm like, no, coin flips refer to 2 and up, not 1 and up.
Because most of your time when you're playing like a coin flip deck, half of your cards will be level 2+. Over half.
Right, but at the same time, like, remember when people play the gay bulge?
Yeah, I do.
I thought you would react harder over that. Yes, but at the same time, I go, why would I play this in modern day times? Like, did they honestly think Jumper Joe was too good?
On top of that, it's on level 1, which means the usefulness is just lowered by that much.
The 6K body, like, okay, sure, I get a quote-unquote sticky 6K body. This does not, like, in modern day Weiss, like, if your cards don't do, like, if your cards have to do something, like, they have to be like really big, or like even standby decks, like, I can justify the 2/2s and 1/1s in there because they're truly sticky and they're big.
In most cases, yes.
This does effectively nothing on the board. Like, this can still be bombed easily. This is still destroyed by even like weaker climax combos. Like, okay, sure, you might teeter on the 6/5. You could, but you'd be like, you could justify this by running counters. Yes, but why?
On top of that, going back to bombs, non-red bombs cuck this card just like the same way non-red bombs cuck the gay bulge we were alluding to.
Oh, right, and the fact is that at least Lancer is a level 0. At least Lancer is level 0. Like, you could effectively, mash him in at early game. Like, that was kind of that deck's bread and butter. But
right.
Kudumi doesn't emulate that effect nearly as well.
I didn't realize that making that ability level 0 was probably a bit of a mistake.
I mean,
a little bit.
I like Jumper Joe. I just like Jumper Joe, and I'm kind of surprised that we didn't get Jumper Joe in this set. Spoiler alert, because I was like, wow, I like my Jumper Joe. But then again, I think almost all of my decks have Jumper Joe in them. Almost all of them do. Actually, 4 out of 6 do. So, I'm like, I think I'm spoiled here, but at the same time, I'm going, you're probably going to find this a bit controversial, but my love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
Are you giving it more than one?
Make it a double.
That bad. I can give it only one.
Only one? Jeez.
I can't be that mean.
You can't be that mean. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this the double oof. Like,
double oof for Encore 2. Alright, let's move on to another Kurumi card. Kurumi Positive Approach. Since a level 2 one costs 4,500 power with a Gate and Celestial Spirit traits, she's a level assist. And she has the same abilities as the transfer student, but I'll just go ahead and read them again. Act Restless, choose up to 2 Gate and or Celestial Spirit characters in your clock and send them to memory. At the end of the turn, choose 2 characters in your memory and place them to the bottom of your clock in any order. And Act Restless, choose 2 characters in your Gate and or Celestial Spirit in your waiting room and put them in the bottom of your clock in any order. If you send 2 cards this way, send the bottom 2 cards of your clock to your waiting room.
It felt like I was reading a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Honestly, when I was reading both, I had to do like a double take on this one because I'm like, didn't I already see this ability somewhere?
And no, we're not crazy.
Like, no, they actually chose to repeat this at level 2. So, basically, when you're playing Kurumi Waifu and you want to go like full time manipulation mode on your opponents, you have more than one card to do this on.
I guess, but at the same time, like, why not just play the level 0 variant?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, well, if you're playing Kurumi Waifu, you don't have a choice, I think.
True, but I think that automatically puts them in the niche category at very best.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, why would I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to niche this as well, like, it's not bad enough to summon the apocalypse,
but it's just kind of like, okay, you're a level 6 that does time manipulation that doesn't really do anything unless you're playing Kurumi Waifu.
and even then, I think I value the level assist more than anything in Kurumi Waifu. Because a 2-color deck is, well, a blind person could pilot that, dude.
You're not too wrong.
Alrighty. Oh look, we have another fake burb, guys. Happy Expression 00500. She is Date and Ratatosker, and she's a frontal 5. And whenever you trigger check with Climax, give one of your guys +1 soul.
Oh yay, we're already at pack filler.
I mean, this is better than this is better than most of these profiles, but at the same time, bushy. Why do you bother printing these anymore? I think I'd rather take literal vanillas over this.
Understandable.
My love, my anger, and all of my sorrow.
Alright,
with the help of Kyoji.
Is that actually a double?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm just like, with the help of Kyoji.
Okay, before we get too divulged. Kurumi, day after the date. Level 00, cost 1000 power, gauge Celestial Spirit. Act, pay 1 restless card, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card is a Gate or Celestial Spirit character, add it to your hand. Otherwise, leave the revealed card in its original position. And act, quote-unquote climax combo. Discard 2 cards from your hand. Choose a card name exists to stand in the way, which is a +2 soul yellow, in your way room and place it onto your climax area.
So, this is very similar to the Grisaia version, which allows you to pay 3 and summon the climax.
But unlike Grisaia's version, there's no way to like get additional cards into your hand to pay the cost to get the climax again. Instead, you're doing that via this card's actability.
I hope you like clocking.
I hope you like clocking. I hope you like to play roulette. Because you're relying on this card to go off on top of you clocking yourself to get the cards you need to continue playing your +2 soul with characters on board.
So why not just play Dodak and play?
This is my comment.
Damn, I'm gonna have to give this a nice meme bro as well because like, dang, like I could see this being like a really funny budget build.
I know, right? I'm just gonna try to RNG my cards into my hand with this.
I mean, like, this would be perfect for someone like the Soul Sleeper, who can just be like, he magically has everything he needs, and is like, how the hell is he this lucky?
And on top of a card that really guarantees him a climax combo, or really guarantee a +2 soul every freaking turn. Like, but by the words of another content creator, if you take five 3 times in a turn, 5 turns in a row, you're going to definitely eat some of that damage.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You have only so many climaxes to cancel out of this barrage.
I think even the differential engine would be quite pissed off at watching this.
I know, right? Okay.
Oh look, goddamn, we have more fake burbs. 1500. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother mentioning her traits at this point because. All right, we can discard Kanazuki, the pervert.
And pervert is a vanilla.
Right, and we choose one of the following 2 actions: bounce a guy or salvage a guy.
It means running a 5500 vanilla, which means...
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but who put DG cells in my coffee again?
Damn.
Who put DG cells in my coffee again? Like, damn. Oh man, I'm gonna have to. You know what? I'm not gonna be that.
Okay. Only a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. And we'll just go ahead and swap the same one on perverted simp here.
I mean, his face even says, "Please step on me, Mai."
Really? Mai? Yeah, bring her name up here too.
Oh, yes, I'm here to piss off all the Mai sims.
You had to pick a daylight review to piss off my sims.
Yep.
Okay, Kurumi split body. She comes in 2 different flavors because we have to split bodies. You can write as many copies of this card in your deck. Also, at the beginning of your climax phase, she gets X power until the end of your turn, where X is equal to the number of Kurumi split body in your clock multiplied by 1000.
Hey guys, we have the Arby card.
And this is part of the reason why you play these clock manipulation cards.
Oh, what? So you can ping yourself with
Ping yourself. Yeah, you basically like try to make your Kurumis like, I don't know, fucking. Well, you have 6. Yes, you somehow have 6 of these in your clock. They're all AK.
I mean, or you can threaten a 1175 hand encore at that point. But why would you do that?
I'm just gonna go ahead and give it the meme actually, just because it's an army card that can get hilariously huge on a high roll day.
Oh yeah. Let's give this a nice meme. Sorry, but this is too hilarious.
Also, look at the expressions on both of them. One of them is just like gonna calmly aim a gun at you. The other one's gonna be like, "You are so fucking dead, motherfucker."
This is like freeze, motherfucker.
The first one's like freeze, motherfucker. The next one is you are so dead, motherfucker.
Oh my god. Alright, let's move on to the next card before we get... Oh, god. Do I have to read all the fake burp cards?
No, I have the last one.
Okay. Alrighty, we have another fake burp. Enjoying the new one.
Keep going.
Ooh, something fell.
Yeah, keep going.
1045. And this ability activates after twice per turn. When another one of your Data or Celestials enters the battlefield, she gets 1000 power. She becomes 6/5. Yay! And then when this dies, you may pay 2 to salvage a guy. Oh yay!
I don't even think Kotori Waifu cares about this kind of profile.
Bushy Road, your math doesn't add up, ever.
I think I have only one comment.
Like, this is worth, like,
They made so many other good Kotori cards that I don't think there's even space for missing even Kotori Waifu.
Dang. Like, I wouldn't play this even in limited.
You'll just be like, Gavin enters locals for limited day alive seal play. Sees this card, immediately chucks it to the back and takes something else and passes it over. and then gets very pissed when it comes back to him again.
I think I'd rather actually play I think I'd rather just play the simping burb. I think I'd rather play the simp burb combo because at least the simp burb gives me something. Even if I have to run Kanazuki along with it.
But that's okay. Maybe 5500 vanillas have room in limited.
Better than this piece of shit.
Understandable.
You know what? Give this the double. I'm gonna be ultra mean to this card. This card is trash.
No longer why she's pouting.
You know what? I feel just as bad as her, honestly.
Gavin pout. Alright, and last but not least, Kotori Works of Power. Level 2, 1 cost 6500 power. When she's placed from your hand onto the stage, if you have 4 or more other Gate and or Celestial Spirit characters, you may choose a Gate and or Celestial spirit character in your waiting room and send it to your stock, and she is an anti-change bomb. Stock bomb.
Reed, why do you get to read the one of the actual playable fake burbs?
Shrug.
It's kind of funny because, you know, this card is actually not bad. Like, this actually has the burb make you go stock positive versus stock neutral.
Mm-hmm.
And it's bloody clean.
It's clean, yeah.
It's bloody clean. Like, that, like, I can't remember the last time where a refund like this was clean. Can you?
I think there's some set that we can't talk about. I feel like there's definitely been quite a few cards. I mean, heck, we have freaking Alpaca from Kimono Friends that's basically doing that.
You mean that bad card?
That bad card.
And man, majority of people choose to play Christmas Eve in Kimono Friends over Alpaca. I don't know why, but
Anyway, before we divulge too far, yeah, this is you know, hey, effectively costless anti-change bomb, not bad.
now, word of caution, this is crap for damage economy.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know why people are saying play Tobiichi over this. I'm just like, I would play fake. I'd rather play fake burb, like for a level 2 play. At least fake burb causes me to go stock positive.
Sorry, Tobiichi.
Oh, origami, sorry.
Okay, my bad.
Oh, right, I forgot.
I don't know my names.
Oh, right, I forgot he doesn't know the names. Right. And of course. And no, I don't choose exclusively sets that I've watched or am of Vorthos for, but you know, the reason why I was interested in this set to begin with is because number one, the cards are pretty good. Two, I've actually watched this.
So Gavin can offer like some flavor for y'all. Like I'm kind of doing the same thing with like some other sets. So it's kind of like we get to share the work, if applicable, in the Vorthos territory.
Though, if we ever cover Original Generation Love Live, be prepared for both of us to shed some tears.
Right. Anyway, that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it a playable minus caution, because again, the real issue with these cards is damage economy. Normally, I think we'd give it like this, but just because it can go stock positive is pretty neat.
This is my least preferred anti-change. You know what? This is my least preferred version of anti-change. I'm still gonna have to give this the niche. Like, even though it is kind of unique that we do go stock positive. It's just like one of those, man. If this is like my only anti-change option, like I will take. Man, where's my dig time? God damn it! I'm spoiled by that card, aren't I?
You are. You very are.
Man, that card is so good. Why is nobody playing it?
Well, maybe it is, I guess, hitting the face with it, and then you'll find out.
Yeah, well.
Anyway, with that all said, thank you all for watching this part 1 of our daily live set review. Be sure to tune in next time for more, and of course our other regular video content as well. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, because
it's good for the YouTube algorithm.
And with that, we will see you all next time. Bye bye.